Hey everyone. So, know it's been a while since I made a video. As I make more of these videos, more and more of you are reaching out to me. So, I've been signing a few new clients. It's been great to work with them, but definitely been helping them organize their PPC and get them off the ground. But wanted to share a tip with all of you that I've been holding on to for quite some time. I think, I mean, I'm sure other people have thought of this, but I just wanted to show you just how easy this trick is. And what I think it's going to apply to everyone is because this is really great for launching products, and it's also great for established products. So it's really, really simple. You can already see what I have on the screen here. 900% placement stats in auto campaigns, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple examples here of how you can set this up, and you guys will have the luxury of seeing the mistakes that I made with these, what I call auto TOS, auto top of search, right? Because the idea here, you can see this, if you guys look into your placement stats for normal auto campaigns, you normally never have this of a skewed distribution, okay? You're even with top of search, product pages, and rest of search. That's what autos are supposed to do. They're supposed to go all over the place. But if you force them to only show up at top of search, you can get some really, really great results and, more importantly, great data, okay? So I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you the good example, and then I'll show you a bad example of what these auto TOS campaigns can do. So last month, when you set these up, this is exactly what you want. You want all of your clicks at the top of the page. And why I'm saying this is great for launching new products is because this gives you the most concrete data, right? This gives you data at the top of the page that shows you if it's not going to convert at the top of the page, it's likely not going to convert too many other places. So if I pop into this ad group here and I look at last month, you can see how I tested this and how it's obvious what you want to do with these. So just a quick kind of math lesson here is you can see how low these bids are, right? I would never set bids these low, but they're still getting cost per clicks pretty high. Because when you do 900%, you can show it. If you hover over the 900%, it'll show you a bid of $1 is going to be a bid of $10 for this placement. So they basically multiply it by 10, which doesn't quite make sense, but you can just think of that. If you set a bid of 6 cents, it'll max out to 60 cents, okay? 2 cents, which is your minimum, can max out to 20 cents. So that's as low as you can go on these is 2 cents, and it'll max out to 20 cents. So what I did is last month, I had the loose match clearly at a higher bid. I think I had it only at 3 cents, and look at the difference here, okay? Look at the difference. Now, we had some big orders. These numbers are way better than they should be, because you can see we're converting at like 50% almost for this close match. But this is what I've seen with this and this is the biggest takeaway from this. You only want to do this with close match, okay? So what I would do is maybe, but as I always preach, you never know until you try it. So what I would do is maybe do loose match and substitutes at like 2 or 3 cents. Okay, but then put your close match bid higher because that's where you want most of it to go. Now, the idea of this is to gather long tail keywords, because what you usually do is you go in here and you look at your search terms. You're going to see search terms that you're showing up for at top of search that no one else is bidding on, right? That's kind of the idea here. Because they're such low-hanging fruit that they're like search terms that don't have a lot of search volume. So if you tell Amazon, hey, I want to show at the top of the search for this, 900%, you're going to get a lot of kind of low volume keywords that are really, really low hanging fruit. And I'm telling you, with close match only, you're going to get some really, really great results. So definitely do this up. If you have a new product, push this hard right away. If you have an existing product, do this as well, because it's going to give you some new keywords that you haven't previously seen before. So this is my one example, and then my second example is going to be in another account. So I have year-to-date data, because I'll show you in a second that this was actually 4 or 5 months ago. I told you I've been holding on to this tip for quite some time now, but I think, I've seen other people do this, and I'm sure other sellers have thought of this. So for this one, we were getting some bids in product pages and rest of search, but still most of it was at the top of the search. Now, for this account, the ACoS is actually closer to 20%. So this wasn't quite in range with our ACoS. And let me show you here what I did with this account. This is a much bigger account, and it has a bunch of different SKUs. So what I did for this one is I took their 65 top sellers, put them all in their own ad group, right? Because they all have their own keywords, they all have their own data. And you can see here, and this is where I like to show you guys, this doesn't work for everybody, okay? So we have some that had 120% ACoS. The two big guys had 30 and 40, but some of them were under 20% ACoS, which is what we were kind of shooting for this account. But with these, I kind of wanted to show you this account because again, so this was back in February and March, right? So February and March had about 30% ACoS, a lot of sales, but not super profitable for this account. So we tried it out, and what we did is we got a lot of long tail keywords. So this is paused because what you want to do with this, especially if you're an account of this size, is find these long tail keywords, extract them in exact match, and then start to bid on them. So if I pop into two of these ad groups here, you'll see what I'm kind of talking about. So year to date, look at this. We were pushing them hard, right? I wanted to push this, see what I can do with this. This 15-cent bid would have maxed out to $1.50, right? But the close match was still doing great the whole time. They got two really, really good orders at a low ACoS. But never, but these two, loose match and substitutes, all they did, they gave us some good negatives. They gave us some good negative keywords that we know we're not going to convert for. But I learned this the hard way. Do not push loose match and substitutes in these auto TOS. Again, another one here. This is kind of a better example. The close match, it got fewer sales, but had 13% lower ACoS than the loose match. So you kind of see the trend here. If you guys are going to set this up, and I really suggest you do, I would say set this up low budget, higher bid on your close match, and lower bid on your loose match. And you already know you can break them up into separate campaigns if you want. You can go auto close match TOS, auto loose match TOS, auto substitutes TOS, where if you have just a close match running, then you would pause the other three. I still like to kind of keep them in the same campaign, but sometimes it's easier to break them out. All right, so that is the high level tip for today. I think I'm gonna do some more on sponsored display ads coming up. Those are really blowing up right now, but this takes like 10 minutes to set up, and then it gives you so much data to go through. So I hope you all got a lot out of this video today.